On July 28, 1968, the Dixon Evening Telegraph headline read, "Dixon man charged with murder." You're about to see the events that took place. Benjamin Ross Ripien was a 22-year-old soldier on leave from Vietnam, and he was back home in Dixon. He's played by Renner Rosengren. The victim's name was Joseph Villinger. He was 76, and he was killed in the basement of his own Villinger's Drugs, which was here and where my dad's office is now. He's played by Jason Curtin. Lillian Ventler was the woman that found him after his passing, and she is played by me. Before we get into the dramatic retelling of events, I need to explain to you guys the motives of the murder and why we speculate the murder happened like this. So, Benjamin Ross Ripien was a soldier on leave from Vietnam, as I previously stated, and a lot of soldiers in Vietnam at the time got addicted to hard drugs, some of which being painkillers like morphine. And Villinger was a druggist who ran his own drug company, or his own drug shop out of Dixon. So it was most likely a robbery for some type of drugs, maybe, because he was addicted. And we don't know if this had happened before and Villinger didn't say anything, or maybe this time Villinger stood his ground and tried to fight back. But what happens next is what we think most likely went down.
Villinger, man, I need painkillers.
I'm sorry, Benjamin, I can't give you any.
Give me the painkillers. Now.
You know I can't do that.
Now. Go.
Joseph? Joseph, are you in? Joseph, are you in? I'm going to talk about some interesting things that I think happened after the murder. So we never really found out how Ripien was found. It was never explicitly stated in a newspaper, but we do know that he had to be moved from the Lee County Jail to the Stevenson County Jail because Villinger was such a respected member of the community that they kept trying to kill Ripien for murdering him. And Villinger had been a part of numerous boards in Dixon, numerous activities that they had to replace, and there was actually a day of mourning where a lot of things closed in Dixon. And I just think it's interesting how important of a member of the community he was and how, this happened and no one really talks about it. I have a quick bonus for you guys. I'm interviewing different members of the Murray household that this pertains to, so get ready. Finn, as the son of the owner of the Tidings House, what do you think about it?
It's actually a very interesting case because of the circumstances.
With the owner of the Tidings House, who's my dad, and I just want to ask you, now that you know information about the Villinger murder, how does it, do you think it affects you currently at all? Makes you think?
No, it doesn't do anything to freak me out or make me worried, no. The shooting was in 1968. I did not buy the building until 2003, and it had been completely remodeled. It had been a pharmacy for a long time in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, but when I bought it, it was mainly lawyers and business people that occupied the building.
Why do you think you can't tell the history of Dixon without telling the story of this murder?
Well, it's an important historical moment in Dixon, which has very few shootings that nobody really remembers. And it involved a military veteran as well as a well-respected member of the Dixon community. It's a very sad day if you look back in the history of Dixon.
I really need to email. I really need to interview you. I really need to interview you. So I'm here with the son of the owner of the Tidings house where this murder took place. And I wanted to ask you, how do you think Dixon's story needs the Villinger murder to, like, explain its history?
The what murder?
The Villinger murder of 1968.
Oh, well, murder is such an integral part of Dixon's, like culture. And I think that this murder really encompasses a lot that there is to love about Dixon, and a lot that needs to change. And if we're to establish these cultural narratives for growth, then this murder feels pretty integral.
I want to ask you, what do you think the circumstances of the murder were? Like, why did Ripien kill Villinger?
Could have been a lover's quarrel.
All right.
I think that...
We're done here.